And then all of a sudden, it's like 2:02, right? And that's what just happened to me. Everything was going along just fine, smooth as silk. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, it's 2 o'clock. It's time to do the MoJo. Take the time to put the information in the description here yet, but I will do after the show. Yes, it is a show. It's the MoJo show. We're going to do angel card readings. I am your hostess with the mostest, MoJo Medium. You'll find me on the web at mojomedium.com. And my name is also Susan Morrow Johnson. MoJo is not only a riff on my last name, Morrow Johnson, it also is a word that means your essence, what makes you you, and your luck. And thanks to Austin Powers, it also means sex appeal. So, as MoJo Medium, I am a psychic medium, and yes, that means I talk to dead people, and I give readings. I'm also a life coach and a manifestation expert. Manifestation is law of attraction, creating what you want in your life instead of settling for the same old dookie. So you'll want to be sure to check out my website at mojomedium.com. Okay, now that we have introduced me to you, introduce yourself. I'd love to hear from you. That would be awesome. Let me know who you are. Where do you live? Where are you from? Do you have any pets? Do you have pictures of those pets? Because that's what I'm really after. On my Instagram profile, it just says, on like my bio or whatever, it says, just here for the cat pictures pretty much. And that's pretty much all I do on Insta. I post occasional pictures of other things, but usually it's just cat pictures. So I love cats, but I love dogs too, and fish and birds and turtles. And so send me pictures of your pets. I'd love to see them. All right, today we are here to do angel card readings. You know, not long ago, I was having trouble with getting on live on my desktop, and I went live on my phone instead. And what's cool about that is that I was able to, I just have it set up on a little clippy thing right above here. And so I was able to bend it down and show you the desktop, kind of like in a cooking show, you know, where they have a mirror up above or whatever that shows what they're doing. Something's poking me. That's my skirt. The tag on my skirt is poking me. No, or it was. Not. Anyway, so that was kind of cool because I could show you how I was shuffling the cards, dealing the cards, and what it looked like and all that. So if you liked that, or if you would like to see it, if you didn't see it before and you would like to see it, let me know, and I'll do that once in a while so that you can see what's going on the desktop instead of just my pretty face. All right, so we're going to start off like we always do with a card from the Golden Deck, which is my by my divine design, the Good News Only fortune telling cards. And every card in this deck has a word or phrase, like this says hugs and cuddles. It has a word or phrase on each card, and each one can only be interpreted to be good news. There's never going to be any kind of warning or danger in it. There's never going to be anything about, oh, here's what's sad about your relationship right now. It's all good news, okay? And there are two reasons for this. One is, I was first inspired to develop this deck of cards, and you can find them on the website, mojomedium.com. Look under MoJo Merch in the menu. You can have your own deck of Good News Only cards. And I was inspired when one too many people asked me, what bad thing do I need to watch out for? Like psychically, like they're like, you know, what bad thing's coming down the pike for me? What do I need to be on the lookout for? Do you see that? That was a cat. A cat wiggled the wall over there. And then also, so not only is it so that you can look forward to something good, but it's also so that you can keep looking forward to something good, right? It means you're going to keep looking for the good. And that becomes a habit. And then, guess what you're finding? You're looking for good stuff, good events, good, happy, fun things. In fact, the other day I thought, and this just came into my head because I thought of, I have a picture, I don't think it's on my website, but it's me. It's a picture of me with an umbrella, and there's money raining down, and then also the words raining down of like money, joy, a couple of other things. Decided the four things that I help you bring into your life are love, joy, fun, and stuff. Stuff includes money. Stuff includes material things. Fun includes travel, shopping, movies, sailing, water skiing, whatever it is that you like to do that's fun, then that's what you get to create. And love and joy, I think, are self-explanatory. Okay, cutting the good news only deck. Hello, Romel. Hello, Alice. I haven't seen you in such a long time. I mean, I know you've been here, but I haven't talked to you. Sharon, welcome. I haven't seen you either. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. And Andrea, thank you for being here. All right, good news only card for the day is easy repairs. Now, keep in mind that this is good for you whenever you may see this. This reading is for you whenever you may see this for the next few days to a week. You don't have to be here live. You don't have to be here even in 2020. You just get it when you're supposed to get it, okay? So let's see what easy repairs. Now, you could look at this yourself. You could take it at face value, see what it means in your life, but let me see if I can put my psychic spin on it and see what else is there. Hold on one second. Let me look at something real quick. No, okay, cool. Momentito. Easy repairs, easy repairs, easy repairs. You know, I tend to default towards cars because of car repairs. You know, they're so ubiquitous, especially if you have an older car, like I did until a year ago. Let's see here. Let's see. Easy repairs, easy repairs. Interesting. Okay, so I, you know, purposely pushed aside the thought of car repairs, and you know what I came up with? It's really funny. It came across as being eyelashes, false eyelashes, and chipped nails. And so the easy repairs that you're going to have in the next few days to a week are regarding your appearance. Could be your glasses get fixed for free because you were just missing a screw, dropped by lens crafters and they stick a screw back in for you, dumb. You know, it's easy. It could be that, you know, you break a nail or chip a nail or something and you go in and your manicurist fixes it for free. That easy repairs doesn't necessarily mean that it's free or cheap, but it's going to be easy for you. You know, so it's easy to pay for or it's easy to get. Just easy repairs. I tell you what, here's a perfect example having to do with your appearance or your makeup or fashion. Yesterday, I took 2 maxi skirts into an alteration place that was recommended by a friend of mine. And I didn't have any real preconceived notions about them. They're new. I paid very little for them. I don't know if you know that my motto is shop affordable, look adorable, and I do. But I had just gotten these 2 maxi skirts. Well, I'm only 5'3" on a good day, if I tippy toe a little bit. And so these skirts were really ridiculously long. So I took them in to be altered. And I had paid so little for them because I went to Cato, where you can shop affordable and look adorable. I think I got this shirt there too. I think I'm going to change necklaces. Anyway, my husband was right. He chose the other necklace. So, as an example of easy repairs, I took these 2 skirts in to the alterations place. Now, I can sew. I am not crazy about it, but I can sew, and I have a machine. It's not a big deal. But these skirts are both sort of a slick, ravelly kind of fabric that I was afraid to work with. And they also are huge around at the hem. Both of them are almost full circles. And I was like, that is a lot of damn stitching, and especially if I have to do it by hand, which I do not want to do. So I took it to the alterations guy, and I said, he said, when do you need them? And I was thinking, you know, how long does this take? I don't know. I mean, you might need a week, you might need 2 weeks, I don't know. And so I said, well, I'm leaving town Friday, and is Monday too soon? And he said, you're leaving town Friday? I'll have them ready today. This was yesterday, Wednesday. I took them in at 11. He had them ready at 2 and charged me $15 each, which I thought was extremely reasonable. So that's the kind of easy repairs I'm talking about. Okay? That's exactly the kind of thing. Something to do with your appearance that needs to be corrected, improved, altered, fixed, something like that. So that's what your easy repairs are about. So let me know what that turns out to be. And you'll be standing there, at Lens Crafters with them putting a new screw in the hinge, and you'll be like, easy repairs. Awesome. Okay, let's get serious. Let's rock and roll. I have been talking about this, and now it is real. I think it was 2 weeks ago that I announced right here on the show that I was committing to delivering to you a training in my Hypno Magic meditation. Now it's ready for you. I'm going to put the link in the description of the video when I get done here, which I didn't have time to put up yet. It's okay. Breathe. Okay. And in the meantime, if you are interested in the Hypno Magic meditation training, which is so cool, it helped me it made me, I'm convinced that it was this one time I did this meditation, and I made 3 times as much money in November as I had in October, and that is the goddess's honest truth. So you can go to the website, and it's in the menu. I think it's MoJo's Magical Meditation or something like that. Meditation training, magical, I don't know. Anyway, you can find it. So it's set up for Wednesday the 18th at 6 p.m. Central. That's 7 o'clock on the East Coast, 5 o'clock Mountain, and 4 Pacific. So you will have access to a replay for about a week, and it's only $33. So I want you to be able to get in on this, because it'll do you a lot of good. It'll really change your life. If you do it, if you apply it and you try it, it will make you realize what a magician you really are, how much control and power you really have over your own life. Love, joy, fun, and stuff. Okay. All right, let's get into some angel card readings. I'm using my favorite deck, Magical Mermaids and Dolphins by Doreen Virtue. I'm in a mood, right? It's a mood. It's a big mood. I'm in a big mood. Okay, it's a big mood. So here's what we're going to do, and I'll walk you through the whole thing. We're going to do a micro meditation, which is just breathing. We are going to, I will shuffle the deck and ask you to think of and ask your question or concern, and then I will deal out the 3 cards, and you will choose 1, 2, or 3, and whichever one you choose, that is your reading. Duh. Sorry, had a little, that was my phone. I had a text, and I just had to be distracted by it for a minute. Hi, Jody, and nice to see you. Okay, so I was fixing to say something before I got distracted by that. Just want to remind you about the group effect, that anytime you are witness to someone else's reading, to a reading someone else gets, whether it's me or John Edward or whoever, there is likely to be a message or more than one in the other readings. Okay, so if you choose card number 1, don't tune out after you get your reading, because 2 and 3 will probably have something for you as well. Okay, and anytime, and that's really true of any messages that come to you. Don't dismiss things so easily as your imagination. God, these are filthy. How do they get that way? I mean, what am I spewing out of my eyes? Anyway, yeah, so messages are coming at you all the time. Pay attention and don't dismiss things as imagination. Remember what I always say: if it means something to you, it means something to you. Okay? Okay, let's rock and roll. Hi, Ellie. Oh, Ellie, I was thinking about you the other day. My mother was talking about somebody in Conroe named Bergeron, and I wondered if that was your ex's family. It probably was. Anyway, we'll have to talk about that. Okay. So let's do card readings. Yay! Okay, we're going to start with our micro meditation. And this is very handy to use anytime you need to push the reset button. It's just 3 deep breaths. Now make sure that you breathe all the way to your toes. Make sure your belly sticks out. You're getting as much oxygen into the depth of your lungs as possible with each of the 3 breaths. We don't want to do this all day long because we will eventually pass out. Okay, I like to cross my ankles, and I like to cross my fingers and put them in my lap like this. You may sit however is comfortable for you. And as we are breathing, I want you to think, concentrate, or even say out loud this little phrase. I call on my angels and guides, as well as all of those who have my best interest at heart. I will repeat that. I call on my angels and guides, as well as all those who have my best interest at heart. And one more time for those in the back. I call on my angels and guides, as well as those who have my best interest at heart. All right, are you ready? I'm going to take those 3 deep breaths. Close your eyes and inhale. Great. 2 more. Last one. Feels good, doesn't it? That's always, it's just wonderful. You know, it's a good thing I do that with you. Sometimes I don't do it with you because I'm afraid that I'll float off into the ether, which I do that sometimes too. But when I do it, it feels so good. I'm like, why don't I do this like 3 or 4 or 5 times a day? You know, it's just a great way to sort of, like I said, push the reset button and just kind of, okay, start fresh. You know, like my daughter texted me the other day and said, this is the one in Mississippi. She said she was not having a very good day. And it was like 11 o'clock in the morning. And I said, well, maybe you're not having a very good morning, but you can have a good rest of the day. How about that? She's like, right, that's right. Yeah, because, you know, she knows. So you don't condemn yourself to a bad day just because you're having a bad 30 minutes, right? Okay, time to shuffle the cards. I'm going to shuffle them 3 times, and I want you to think of what is your biggest concern right now. What are you most worried about? What do you have questions about? What are you wondering about? If you don't know what to ask because you have too many, you just don't know where to start, ask the default question, what do I need to know right now? What do I need to know right now? Okay, so I want you to think about that. You can even share it with us here in the you-know-whats. Type it in with your thumbs, and you can share it with us here and let us know what you're concentrating on. Okay, that was the first shuffle. 2 more. Think of your question. Write it down. Let us know. Share it. What is your question? What is your question? Okay. I had this groovy mic. Did I show you my groovy mic? This was my dad's. And he got it to, my dad was such a gadget guy. He loved electronics of all kinds. And he got this mic because in the last year of his life, he was determined to write a book about his philosophy and his experience with unconditional love. And he got started, but the chemotherapy had given him neuropathy and his fingers were numb. And he'd always been an excellent typist, but he couldn't type very well. So he got this and some dictation software, and he would do that. And so that was cool. So after he passed away a few weeks ago, I took this and said, thanks, Daddy. I really like this cool, groovy microphone. All right, time to cut the deck, and time for you to choose 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to deal out 3 cards and then give the readings, okay? You choose. Whoa, that one jumped out. Okay, that one I got to see. Ah. Sometimes you wonder, you know, when I just talk about my dad, I'm like, did he make that card jump out? Maybe. Maybe. Remember, don't dismiss it as imagination. If it means something to you, it means something to you. Okay. If you chose card number 1, I'm going to give you another few seconds to choose 1, 2, or 3. I'll take a sip of water. Refreshing. All right. If you chose number 1, this is your reading. Watch your thoughts, and this is the one that jumped out. It is important to think only about what you desire, not what you fear. Now, this is what I was talking about with the Good News Only cards. We need to practice thinking about what we want, what we like, thinking about good things, thinking about, oh, I'm going to turn the corner and there's going to be something good there. There might be something neutral, but you don't want to think, oh, I'm afraid to go around this corner. Excuse me. Obviously, you want to look out for danger. If you are in traffic and you're going to go around this corner, you want to be sure you look that way, make sure nobody's coming. But to look for the good things is really important. And so it's important to think only about what you desire, not about what you fear. So watch your thoughts. Okay, so especially, ooh, okay, I'm like all overwhelmed by images of England for some reason. I don't know. What am I picking up on Queen Elizabeth today? I don't know. Hello, Your Majesty. Um, okay, so watch your thoughts. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That what I was talking about earlier about the hypnomagic meditation training that's coming up. It's only $33, and that's a good way to change your thoughts. It really, really is. But that's not really the reading. That's just like me going, hey, by the way, this applies. Shameless plug, I know. So let's see here. Okay. Right. Okay. So what I mentioned earlier about, turning the corner in traffic and watching out and making sure nobody's coming this way to hit you. It's that kind of thing. Watch your thoughts instead of worrying about getting in a car wreck or worrying about slipping on a banana peel. You want to turn those thoughts around. Now, there are two ways to do this. One is to just think something completely different, just like put a stop. Now you have to notice your negative thoughts, and so if you're thinking about something you're afraid of or something that you're worried about, yeah, yeah, that's the thing. When I said to ask the question, what's your biggest concern or what are you most worried about right now? Yeah, so that's what it's about. So you want to stop the negative thoughts. So let me use an example. I'm worried about passing a test, worried about passing an exam. Okay. So instead of thinking, oh no, I'm going to fail. What if I fail? What if I fail? You want to stop that thought. And you can replace it with just anything, just to change the thought, stop the thought. Like, I love butterflies. Look, there's a butterfly, right? But it's even better if you think about what you want, which is, I'm going to pass this test. I know I'm going to pass this test. I love this test. This test is an opportunity for me to succeed, and I love it when I do that. And I'm going to feel so good about myself when I pass this test, and I feel good about myself right now. I feel like I've already passed the test. You get it? You get it. Good. All right. All right, that was number one. If you chose card number two, I have not seen this one yet. So here it is. Have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. Guidance, in this case, it says follow your guidance. That's not just your inner guidance, your higher self, your angels and guides, source energy. It's not just that, but it's also guidance from me, for example, and from your friends and from your therapist and from what you hear on TV. Those messages are everywhere. So have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. I do feel like for you who has chosen the number two reading, that the face value of this card is perfect. I feel like that. But let me see if I can dig a little deeper and get a little bit more for you. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive. Follow your guidance. Have faith. Seems to have something to do with books. And that could be either like books that you read, fiction or nonfiction. Could also have to do with books like accounting. Okay? So have faith that you are able to do what you need to do with regard to books. Have faith in yourself. Yes, it could be that you're writing a book for sure. Interesting, especially since I mentioned this microphone being about my dad's book. So have faith about books. Something to do with books. I'll be interested to know if you can share with me what that comes out to mean to you. I mean, I don't know if you know what it is right now, but you will in a few days, so let me know. Okay, if you chose card number three, this is your card. You're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you even if you don't see results yet. That's interesting. It's very much like the have faith card. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you even if you don't see results yet. You're being helped. See, it's kind of like a have faith, It's kind of like, yeah, there is stuff going on. And for that matter, watch your thoughts comes in here as well. So if you are working on, that was the first card, if you're working on thinking positive, if you are realizing, trusting, having faith that you're desires are coming to fruition. And you put on top of that that you're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see results yet. And I think it's interesting she uses heaven, because I always think that makes it feel like it's about your late loved ones. But it's also source energy, higher self. It's all that is, the power of all that is. I'm very clearly getting the word grandchildren, and I know that you may not be a grandparent. But also children. This seems especially to do with a child who is in your life, whether it's your grandchild or your neighbor's child or your niece or nephew. It has to do with, or your own child. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you even if you don't see results yet. And that is about a child. There you go. All right, so, hey Patty, nice to see you here. That concludes the angel card reading with MoJo Medium. I want to remind you, I'm going to go back and put everything into the description of this video, but I do want to remind you that I have a podcast. It comes out every Monday, and I would really love it if you would take a listen to it. It's available on 8 or 9 platforms. It's at anchor.fm. That's where I make it. And it's on like Google Playlists, Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. It's everywhere. So it's on Spotify. You can get it wherever it is. And it's called The MoJo Show. That's it, The MoJo Show. So look that up on the podcast and, leave me a wee comment or share it with a friend or subscribe. And that will really help me out a lot. And I appreciate it. So remember to check out the upcoming training. It's in just under 2 weeks. And until next time, I remain MoJo Medium at mojomedium.com. And remember that you are worthy in all ways, always.